Now, one of the problems of searching, whether it be through Ebsco or through Google, is that we look at these results and we look at the first one and we say, this is an encyclopedia. I don't want that. Picking up the pieces in Oklahoma. Maybe we want this, but it's from CNN Newsroom. So maybe we don't. Maybe we're looking for an actual newspaper or magazine. And we start going through these, and if we're not finding exactly what we want, we get frustrated and we try a different search. I'm going to suggest you go through all of your articles because sometimes the best ones are towards the end. We can keep going down. We had, what, 25 of them. So we keep going down through these. We can see a lot of these are going to be the same. So we're not going to use quite a few of those. So we're going to continue looking down through these. We look at, let's actually go to this one, American culture changed after 9/11. Fighter pilot MP battled for starving children. Okay, so this might be the article that we've been looking for, but it's clear down here at number 23. So that's why I would want to limit it to maybe 20 to 40, so you don't have so many to go through. Now, as we look through these, we can see that they're on some of them, they have these little abstracts that we can read to see what the article is about. A New Zealander has been killed after being crushed between a boat and rocks during a storm. This can be a way that we can investigate what the article is about with actually reading the entire article. Sometimes we'll get a title that doesn't necessarily fit what we're looking for. And so we will go through and read that abstract to see if that's what we want within the article. Now, I'm sure that there are some of you who are thinking, hey, I'll just use his search string and use these articles. I would encourage you not to do that because that will only bring trouble when we're going to the next paper and you're trying to search on your own. I want you to play with this and I want you to understand how Ebsco works, how these search strings work. Again, we're trying to expand to get the full range of articles that might address our topic and then narrow down to specifically what we're looking for. We don't want to just search till we get 3 articles and say, hey, I'll just use those 3 articles. Okay, so make sure that you're working with Ebsco. One other thing that I want to show you is the difference between the types of articles here. A couple of things I want to show you are the ways that we can access these. This one says Access Now PDF. And if we click on that, it's going to bring up exactly how the article looks within the journal where it was published. You'll notice that there are page numbers on it. It makes it easy for citation. The PDFs are my preferred way of accessing them. Others, like this one, might have access options. And we can go to the full text from, this says from Eric. Eric is a source that we subscribe to. So you actually have to go to the page and then you can download this PDF here and view it from Eric. So that's another way that we can access articles. In addition to the PDFs and accessing it through some other database like Eric or something that we have a subscription to, you'll see this button that says Access Now Online Full Text. If we click on that, it's going to look just like a web page. The problem with these is we often don't get page numbers. It makes it a little bit more difficult to cite. If you have the option, I would view the PDF instead, but sometimes they don't give you the option, especially when it's a magazine or a newspaper. So just be aware of this as you're going through your searches and the different types of methods you can use to bring up the article. But again, if we go back here, if you don't have this full text clicked, you'll get a lot of articles that you do not have access to. And it becomes frustrating, especially when we get a title that looks like exactly what we're looking for and we don't have access. So we want to make sure that we always check this full text box. Once we do have an article that we want, we can click on the PDF, we can view it, and I would highly suggest either downloading it or mailing it to yourself immediately. You can download it here. You can see up in the top here with this download button, or you can click this share button and you can email it to yourself. Okay, if we click on email, you can enter your email here. The reason I recommend doing this immediately is because if you don't, it will be hard to find that article again. Sometimes we'll forget our search string, and you're more than welcome to copy and paste these search strings into maybe a Word document, but there are times when you cannot find that article again. So it's best just to email yourself that article. The last thing I'm going to talk about is the dates. So we can see that we can limit the dates to the last 5 years, 10 years, 12 months. This is going to be extremely important if you're writing on something like AI. AI really has changed a lot within the last 2 years. So you don't want to find many articles prior to that point. If you're talking about medicine or teaching, usually those go back at most 10 years. Okay, so you want to play around with the dates as well. Peer reviewed, we'll talk about more in depth as we get to the next paper, where we'll want to use a lot more peer reviewed type articles. The main thing is to get used to using Ebsco. Like I said in a prior video, I'm sure you can find articles online, but you're good at that. I want you to be able to find articles here on the database as well. This will be an extra tool for your toolkit.